top. Got it. Hey YouTube, hey Facebook. Hold on, trying to get Instagram going. Hey everyone, hey guys, how you doing? So y'all know I've been sick. Well, most of y'all know I've been sick. Oh man, I forgot to plug up my light. Lord have mercy, I'm about to get down here and plug my light up. Can y'all see me? I know Facebook looks a little dark, and I want to turn on my light. Good Lord, I'm gonna have to get down on the floor to turn it on. I forgot my son was in this room for the holidays. Hey, how y'all doing? Ah, shoot, I'm gonna have to plug up this light, y'all. Hold on 1 second and let me plug up this light. Cause I don't know, Facebook and y'all says I know I look a little cloudy on Instagram. All right, let me plug up this light. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Hold on, y'all. Okay, and I'm back. What is going on, guys? Let me cut this light on. That might be a little too bright. Um, it looks good on Instagram though. Let me try and fix my YouTube camera. I need a taller stand for my YouTube. Let me see if I can make this light softer. It's just like bright lights all up in my face. I don't know. I think it's just because it's all up in my face. Let me see if I can tone it down a little bit. Okay, that might be good. At least it's not brighten up in my face. I hope you guys are doing good. Sorry for my voice. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I just got my voice back like last night. I've had laryngitis. I've been sick all week. I've been sick since New Year's. I've been sick since New Year's Day. No, was it New Year's? No, New Year's Day. I've been sick since New Year's Day, which was last Sunday. And y'all, it got so bad. Thursday, my daughter was like, look, you got to go to the doctor. So I went to the doctor. He did all these tests. I'm talking about testing everything: COVID, flu, influenza, strep. He checked my lungs and all this kind of stuff. And all he tells me is I have a little congestion, and he prescribed me some cough medicine. I'm like, what in the world? All these things that I'm dealing with, and I'm getting some cough medicine. He said my vocal cords were inflamed. I had laryngitis and just a little congestion. Child, when I tell y'all, I thought I had full blown flu or I thought I had a reaction from something else, but I didn't have he told me I didn't have a fever. I mean, I didn't have anything. I'm like, what in the world? Why am I sick? So please forgive me if I do a little clearing of my throat. If y'all can't hear me, just put in the comments to talk louder, and I will try to talk louder for you guys. Um, I have my water. I forgot to get some more water. Hopefully that helps. I just finished a cough drop, so hopefully that helps from me coughing in your ears. But we are gonna get started, and I just want to say, for some of you that have been following me, y'all know that me and one of my partners have been partnering up to start credit repair. But before we start doing the actual credit repair, we decided to get a credit repair software for you guys to do it yourself. It's a DIY credit repair software um, where you can get all three of your credit reports, you can get all three of your credit scores. Um, you can have monitoring, and I always suggest that you monitor your credit for at least 3 months while you're repairing credit. That's what I'm going to talk about tonight. As the title says, good credit plus a business equals the bag. And I'm serious when I say that it equals the bag. Just imagine it's January right now. You can get good credit in about 3 months. So you smile. You can still start now and count this month, because it's only we're only going into the second week of January. It's only the second week of January, right? So you say January, February, March. Even if you kind of mess up this month and we're going to count the next month, that's still February, March, April. So by April, you can have good credit, a business or two, have personal credit cards, business funding, all that kind of stuff. Start up a business that been wanting to start up but didn't have the money to start up. Use other people's money to start your financial journey. So that's what I'm going to talk about tonight. Just imagine by the summertime, everything is all working in your favor, and you're taking, instead of vacations, you're taking business trips, because you're calling them business trips so you can write it off on your taxes. If you have a business, you can write your trips off on your taxes. All you have to do is talk a little business. And that's what I do when I go anywhere with my friends or my family. I sit down and I talk to them either about credit or about business. We have a full meeting. And I be like, look here, y'all. We can have our meeting and we're getting ready to discuss this, that, and the third. And I also sometimes try to go to events while I'm there as well. So you can use that as a write-off. So guys, the time is now. It's the first month in a new year. Get your credit right. Having good credit is like the start of everything going financially well in your life. Because guess what? With good credit, you can buy a house, you can buy a car, you can have lower interest rate. You may be able to buy a house or a car right now with maybe a 560 credit score, because FHA will let you do what, 560, 580. But guess what? Your interest rate will probably be high. You might have an interest rate on a house, and then interest rates already went back up. So just think about that. Your interest rate will be high, which means you'll be paying more money for that house. Same thing with a car. Or what if you can walk in and your credit score is so good you don't even have to put a down payment? Actually, down payments are illegal, but that's a story for another day. But just think about that. Credit is the start to your financial journey. If you have good credit and a business, you can get business credit cards. You can get business funding to invest in your business that you already have, or to help you start a new business. Because technically, you don't have to start working in a business to get business credit or business funding, if you base it off your personal credit. And guess what, guys? Having business credit does not affect your personal credit, because business credit does not go on your personal credit report. You can also get those inquiries off your personal credit report. I know you probably worried about all the inquiries. Business inquiries you can remove from your personal credit report because the account doesn't show up on your personal credit report. Now, the only two that do that I really know of is Capital One and Discover. So be careful if you get those business cards, because they will report to your personal credit. But all other credit, but you know what? I'm gonna get into business after I talk about personal credit, because I get excited about business. Business credit is what I really do. Helping people start businesses is what I really do. That's what I've been doing all day, trying to catch up with my clients. My clients understood that I was sick, because I did get a couple of clients right at the end of the year that wanted to try and get their business in. So I got their Secretary of State, their LLC, but I didn't get their EIN or their DUNS number yet. First of all, IRS had shut down getting the EIN for a little while. So I was like, you know what? I had to wait till Monday anyway, and then I ended up getting sick, and it's a whole thing. So let's get into personal credit, guys. If your credit score is under a 700, you need credit repair. Whether you hire someone to do it or whether you do it yourself. And if you hire someone to do it, please be careful about who you hire. Make sure you see their reviews. Make sure you talk to them, or even have someone refer you to someone that has done theirs. So you want to be careful. So like I said, me and my partner just got a DIY credit repair software. The link is in my bio. You can go on there and get all three of your credit reports, all three of your credit scores. It also have DIY dispute templates in the software that you can either print out and mail yourself, or you have the software mail it for you. And it's credit monitoring as well. So I'm gonna take you through the steps. I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget and so I stay on track. Y'all know how I like to go off on a tangent on something else. So I like to have notes so I can reel it back in and stick with what I'm saying. What is that on YouTube that's poking out? That's probably one of my cameras. What is that? I don't know. I don't know, child. So let's go get into it. So it is not hard to repair your own credit. It's just that a lot of people don't take the time to repair their credit. And that's what I get a lot. They don't have the time. But if you have 2 hours a month, that's it. Just 2 hours a month to dedicate to working on your credit, that's all you need. So I'm going to just run you through the steps real quick to fix your credit. I fixed my credit myself. Got me a house and all that kind of stuff. Just by reading, researching. I didn't have someone to give me the steps. I didn't have a DIY credit repair book or course or whatever. I did it, research, you know, just grinding, trying to figure it out myself. So the first step in repairing your credit is you want to freeze all of the secondary credit agencies. We're going to call them credit agencies. They are not credit bureaus. TransUnion, Equifax, Experian are not credit bureaus. They are credit agencies. You have to know that. They are credit agencies and not credit bureaus. Okay? So you want to freeze the secondary. Oh, that helped my voice a little bit. So you want to freeze the secondary credit agencies. So they are LexisNexis, SageStream, ARS, Innovis, and then sometimes you have to check for PRBS. Because sometimes they will check too. I didn't put this on here, but you also want to check ChexSystems just in case. Like if you had anything with a bad bank account, you've overdrawn your bank account, or you closed the bank account and still owe the bank or whatever, they may have you in ChexSystems. So you want to check that because sometimes the credit agencies will check ChexSystems when you're trying to open a bank, when you're trying to open a bank account, whether it's a personal bank account or a business bank account. They may check ChexSystems. But you want to go ahead and freeze those secondary agencies. The reason why you want to freeze those agencies is because Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax will send information to them to basically ask them, is this your account? When you go and try to dispute. So when you're sending your information into dispute, they will send it out to the secondary agencies and let them come back and say, yes, this is their account. So if you have those agencies frozen, then they won't be able to check. They won't be able to verify anything with those accounts. They won't be able to verify your information with those accounts. Hey, how you doing? So that's the first thing you want to do. The second thing you want to do is you want to sign up for a credit monitoring service. Now, what a credit monitoring service is that it will allow you to look at your credit reports, look at your score, so you can check, you're monitoring your credit. Make sure nobody else is using it. Make sure you don't have fraud, anything like that. Monitoring your credit is very important when you're trying to repair your credit because you want to see what's working. You want to see what's been removed because every time something is removed, you can see it on your credit report that it's no longer there. It'll show that it's been deleted. It'll show if anything else pops up on your credit report. So credit repair can take up to 3 months. Sometimes longer depending on what you have on there and what you're trying to get off. Sometimes it takes less. It all depends. I helped someone get their credit right like in 3 weeks. It was less than a month, but they didn't have a whole lot on there. So basically, I was disputing just a couple of things, but I was building. I was telling them how to build their credit report, and I'm going to get into that a little later. But credit monitoring is very important. So you need to sign up for credit monitoring and sign up for a credit monitoring service that will provide you with all three credit reports and all three of your credit scores. If you click the link in my bio, I have a DIY credit software where you can go in and sign up for the credit monitoring, and you'll get all three credit reports, you'll get all three credit scores, you'll be able to monitor your credit report, and it also has dispute templates already in the software, guys, to make it easy. Because a lot of people say, well, I don't have any dispute letters. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to get them from. It's a lot going around on Google, but you want to be careful about those too. Because if you copy those exactly the same, they have a system that they send these letters through, and they can see you're basically saying the same exact thing everybody else is saying. They're just going to say, oh, this is frivolous. And they're going to say their account is yours. So you want to be careful of that. But we have dispute templates right in the software that you can update, put your own spin on it. You upload your credit report will be already uploaded. You upload a copy of your ID. You upload a copy of your utility bill, and you can print the letters out to mail yourself, or right in the software, you can have the software mail the letters out for you. Like I said, click the link in my bio. It's up at the top, and get the DIY credit software. Okay, so that's what you need. That's step two. You need credit monitoring. You need all three credit reports, and you need all three credit scores. Okay, because you have to know where you are to know where you want to get to. You want to get to a 700, but you don't know where you are, so you don't know what you need to do. You can want a 700 and be at a 500, and may need a lot more work than someone who's already at a 600%. So you have to know where you're at, where you're starting from. And you want to see your progress. It's nice to see the progression. That's why you have the credit monitor. You can see how you're progressing. Okay? Step three. When you get your credit reports, you want to put them side by side, and you're going to look for any personal information that's not accurate, like your name, your address, your phone number if they have it on there, your job if they have it on there. You want to look for, oh, I'm sorry, you want to look for any accounts that, first of all, are really not yours. Then you want to look for accounts that are not correct across all three credit reports, because consumer law states that everything has to be the same on all three credit reports, or you can dispute it. So that's what you want to look for. The first thing that you want to do before disputing anything is, if any of your personal information is inaccurate, or you have too many personal items on there, you need to dispute that first, and only that. So when I say personal information, I'm talking about your name. If they have three different ways of your name on all three credit reports, you need to update that. Like and if you have more than one address on there, you need to update that to your most current address, because those addresses are tied to old accounts. If your date of birth is wrong, update it. If your social security number is wrong, I've seen where people social security number is wrong, because a lot of times, like especially with the guys, if they are juniors, seniors, the third, they have the exact same name. They live at the exact same address a lot of times. So a lot of times their information gets mixed up. You don't want a bunch of jobs on there. Have one job on there, your most current job on there. So like, for instance, in my case, my name was just my first and last name with two credit agencies. But on one credit agency, they had my first, middle, and last name. They also, for some reason, had my mom's name on there because my middle name is my mom's name. So they had my first, middle, and last name. Then they had my middle and last name as my name. So I dwindled it down to only being my first and last name. They were showing 3 jobs on there for me. I dwindled it down to just one job. Um, they didn't have my phone number on there. My date of birth was correct, and my social security number was correct. So the only personal information that I had to update was my name and my address. You want to get all those addresses off of there. And sometimes it's addresses that's not even really connected to you. Like on one of them, they had my one of my daughter's old addresses on there. I'm like, what? So yeah, that's the first thing you want to dispute. Now you can either call each credit agency and they will ask you some verification questions over the phone. They will ask you some verification questions over the phone, and you let them know that you want to update your personal information. Tell them everything that is wrong. Tell them that what you want it to be, and they should be able to update that information over the phone. If they are giving you a hard time, because let's be real, when you call these credit agencies, most of the time you're not talking to someone in the United States. So they're just going by a script, going by what they're told. Sometimes they tell you they can't update the information over the phone or whatever. But yeah, tell them that you want to speak to someone in the United States. Or sometimes you look out and you'll get one that'll go ahead and update it for you. And he'll tell you, okay, well, it's going to be updated in the next 24 to 48 hours. And you're good to go. They will ask you to verify your information. Um, it was either Experian or Equifax. Took me through a whole verification process, and I had to also take a picture of myself. So guys, if you're doing credit repair for other people and you're doing this for clients, let them update their own information because they're going to send verification stuff to their phone, and you won't be able to do it for them. Because like I said, one of them had me actually take a picture of myself. They wanted me to take a picture of my ID. So when you're doing verification over the phone, they will ask you to verify this information. You can also send in a letter to update your personal information, send in a copy of your picture ID and a copy of your utility bill. Okay? And they will update that. Sometimes they can update that. You can send it certified mail. And sometimes you can get that updated in like 2 weeks. Sometimes less than 2 weeks. If you do it over the phone, it's usually 24 to 48 hours. Okay? So that is the first thing that you dispute before you dispute anything else. Don't dispute anything else if your personal information is not right. Okay? And y'all, do not dispute online. Do not, I repeat, do not dispute online. That takes away certain rights for you to try to dispute in the future. If you are going to dispute online, dispute directly with that credit agency. Go to Experian.com, go to Equifax.com, go to TransUnion.com. But still, I would not dispute online. That's just my personal opinion. You can take it how you want it. Number 3. I kind of went into number 2 and number 3 at the same time because number 3 I was talking about dispute your personal information before you dispute your your other things. So that was 2 and 3. So number 4, once your personal information is correct and all good on all 3 credit reports, again, this is why you need credit monitoring. You want to see when there is an update. And when you have credit monitoring, you can refresh your credit reports. So you want to keep checking your credit report to see if it has updated with removing the inaccurate personal information. Okay? Once you see the personal information is correct, everything looks good on all three credit reports, then you're going to go through your credit reports and check for any inaccurate information on your accounts. So if they have a wrong date on there, if they have a wrong balance on there, um, if Experian is showing a 500 balance and TransUnion is showing a $700 balance, that's not correct. You can dispute that. If Equifax shows that they close your account on January 30th, 2017, and Experian has they close your account on November 1st, 2016, that's inaccurate. You can dispute that. So you don't listen to these people that tell you to just say fraud on everything. Because then in a way you're kind of committing fraud because you know these accounts are yours. Just dispute factual information. Because consumer law says that everything has to be exactly the same across all three credit reports. So if something is not right, you can dispute it. Just dispute it. So you can do it two ways. Normally you have rounds of disputes. So I call your first round personal information, even though it's not really a round of disputes for your credit stuff, but you still, like I said, you still have to remove inaccurate information. That's your personal information. Okay? Then you're going to do your first round of disputes. You're going to get a dispute template, a 609 letter, something like that. Like I said, if you use our DIY software, we have dispute templates right in the software that you can either print out and mail yourself, or you can send it through the software. The software will mail it for you. Okay. Now, it won't be, if you mail it through the software, it won't be mailed through certified, but you don't really need to do it certified. If you want to, you can. So in that case, you would print it out, mail it yourself, and certify it. Certifying the mail just, oh my gosh. How was my phone at 100% and now it's dying? Y'all, give me one sec. I hate this iPhone. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm sorry about that. I hate this iPhone because it dies so fast. Lord, let me hurry up and plug this up real quick. I'm sorry, YouTube. My hand is all in y'all face. Well, hold on, hold on. Let me get this situated. Try not to be in YouTube's face, but my arm is in the way. No, all up in Facebook face. Oh, come on. Now Instagram looking at my ceiling. Hold on. This iPhone gets on my nerves for real. I like my Android. All my other cameras are Android. My business phone, all that. And the cameras and the phones I use as cameras are all Android. And they don't give me a fit like iPhone does. My iPhone was at 100%. I only been on here, 30 minutes maybe? And that's dying. Almost dead. But my other phones are like still at 80%, 85%. Oh, now I got to get down here. I'm sorry, YouTube. Now I got to get down here again and plug something up. Y'all hold on. Lord have mercy. Hold the line. Okay, now let me see. Yeah, okay, it's charging. Y'all, Instagram, if I die, I'm sorry. Hopefully that the charger be charging while I'm on here and won't die. Because sometimes it does that too, which is dumb. Okay. Where am I at? 4? Yeah. Lord, let me stop laughing. I thought I was only gonna be here on here 30 minutes. Hey Michelle, how you doing? How's it going? Happy New Year. I thought I was only gonna be on here 30 minutes, but y'all know how I be talking. I'm only at step number 4. I think I got 6 steps for y'all. And I ain't even got into business shit. Okay. I'll speed it up a little bit. Number 4. Okay. So you sit in your disputes. And then what they're going to do is they get 30 to 45 days to send you back some information to let you know if it was either deleted or if they validated it that it was your account. So deletion is great. It's good. Now, if they come back and say they validated your account, here's where you can do one of 2 things. You can either go to the CFPB site, which is the Consumer Protection Credit Bureau. No, Consumer Protection. What's that? CFPB? Oh, Consumer Finance Protection Bureau. You can go to them and go online, and you can file a complaint online. And there's a method to filing a complaint with the CFPB. I may do a live about that or a workshop or something. But you can complain to the CFPB. You want to complain, put a complaint in for each credit agency, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. You want to tell them what's wrong. You want to tell them what it should be, why it's wrong, blase, blase. And then you also want to tell them what do you want to do. Now, here you're going to ask for a deletion. You want to delete it off your credit report. You can also ask for monetary compensation. So you can get monetary compensation for things that are inaccurate on your credit report. Now, that's a whole different conversation, but I'm just letting y'all know that that can be done. Or you can send another round of disputes. That's why you hear people say when they send, like, they did 2 or 3 rounds of disputes, because now the next dispute is going to be, okay, well, tell me how you validated this information. So then it's going to take maybe another 30 to 45 days. That's why I say 3 months. So it's going to take about another 30 to 45 days for them to get back with you to show you proof of validation. Now, a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, they do not have proof of validation. You know why? Because if they are with collection agencies, you did not sign a contract with the collection agency. You signed a contract with the original creditor. You didn't sign a contract with the collection agency. So they can't validate that you got credit with them because you didn't. So those are the 2 different ways that you can do for the second round. Now, a lot of times doing the CFPB will be quicker if they can get the information deleted from the credit agencies. It usually only takes them about 2 to 4 weeks. So that's why I say you can go that route. You just need to know what you're doing, know what to say. You can put consumer law in there too if you'd like. So you have to know a little bit of the consumer law, which codes to use and things like that. If you do the second round by sending the validation verification to the credit agencies, like I said, they have another 30 to 45 days to send back the information. Once they send back the information, they'll let you know or show you proof that they validated the information. First of all, if you have the secondary agencies frozen, how did they get their information validated? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, second of all, you didn't sign a contract with the collection agency. So they can't validate it. So if they come back again saying that they validated the information, they have shown that it is yours, then again, at this step, you can go ahead and file because you set them up. You're basically setting them up because if they say that they validated information and they don't have proof, oh, now you got them by the. Now you can go to the CFPB, file a complaint, ask for monetary compensation, ask for deletion. And like I said, by the time you get through the first round, second round, third round, you should be in a good place. Now, some things are going to be a little harder to dispute, like a bankruptcy, um, child support, um, repossessions, but they can all be disputed and they can all be deleted from your credit report as well. So can student loans. You can get student loans deleted from your credit report. Now you're still gonna owe those student loans. Just because student loans, I have to tell a lot of people this. Just because the student loan has been deleted from your credit report does not mean that you do not have to pay the student loan. Say it with me now. You still have to pay your student loan even if it's deleted off your credit report. That is a federal government loan that they are going to make you pay back. Unless you are, what is that? Get it discharged for being disabled? Get it totally discharged for being disabled? You can also, um, if you're working in government or nonprofit, you can do the PSLF. So there's other ways to get some forgiveness for student loans. Child, we waiting on Uncle Joe. I done got my 20,000 forgiven before them dumb Republicans in some of these states are trying to not let us be great. I got mine because the first day they said the application was open, I was on it. I was on it. I got my $20,000 worth of forgiveness and I got my money back that I had spent during the pandemic paying on the student loans. So if y'all have paid on student loans during the pandemic, did y'all know y'all can get that money back? Yes. Now mind you, it took me almost 2 months to get my money back, but I got it back. So if you have paid money towards your student loans during the panorama, call your loan servicer and tell them that you want to get all the money back that you have paid to them during the panorama, and they have to give it back to you. Okay? All right. Moving on to number 5. Oh, I done combined 4 and 5 all together because 5 I'm talking about CFPB. And number 6 too. Validation. Okay, I wrote 4, 5, 6 all into one. 5 was about the CFPB. 6 was about validation and verification. Okay, we good. We good. Like I said, we good. Then the next step you want to do, or while you are doing this process, is you want to add positive credit to your report. Now, first of all, you want to stop, and I mean stop, using your credit cards. Lock them up in your drawer. I've seen people put them in the freezer so they don't get it. Do not carry them in your purse, your pocketbook, your wallet, anything, because you do not want to touch it. Because 9 times out of 10, if you have credit cards and your credit is bad, your credit cards are probably maxed out. So while you're working on your credit report, you want to start paying off your credit card debt because you don't want high utilization. You want to try and keep your utilization under 30%. But I tell people when you're working on your credit, you want it under 10. Now, what utilization means, it just means the amount of money that you're using on your credit card. Excuse me, sorry. I'm probably talking too much. You want to use It's the amount of money that you use on your credit card. So we'll do this simple math. If you have a credit card that's $1,000, to not go over 30%, you don't want to spend more than $300 on it. To not go over 10%, you don't want to spend no more than $100 on it. So if you have $1,000 credit card and your credit card is at $950, $950 balance, you need to pay down that credit card. And I know you're probably saying, well, Tanya, I don't have extra money. That's how I got into this mess that I'm in. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I got you. My work from home, side hustle, and online survey um, bundle is still on sale because I've been sick and I forgot to take the sale off. So y'all can still get it for my mistake. It's still only $7 right now. So I got over 300 work from home companies. I have over 100 side hustles that you can do, and side hustles that you can start right now with no money. I have over 200 companies that you can sign up with to do online surveys. So you may think, well, they don't pay that much. They might pay $25, $50. Yeah, but it's over 200 companies on there. So if you sign up with all of them, you may not be able to sign up for all of them because I think some of them are location driven. But if you sign up for 100 of them, you may be able to do 10 surveys a month. And that can be a little extra right there. Or if you got a car, go do Uber Eats. Go do Uber. Go do Lyft. If you don't want people in your car, do the Uber Eats. Do DoorDash. Do Postmates. If you don't want to deliver fast food, have to deal with fast food, do Instacart. Instacart is so easy. Go in there and roll that shopping basket around. You can do about 3 people at the same time. My daughter used to love to do Instacart. She said they tip good. But yeah, if you got a computer, like I said, do online surveys. There's so many things that you can do. If you got a phone, you can sign up for these companies that want you to test apps. There's so many things that you can do to bring in some extra money. Stop sitting in front of the TV. I know you're tired. It's okay to take a break because shoot, I watch my reality TV. I was watching Housewives of Potomac last night. Well, I was sick in bed too, but but I'm just saying. I'm not telling you to not have fun or not do this or not do that. But something's got to change. Something's got to change. You have at least 10 extra hours that you can give to yourself to improve yourself. You know how much money you can make in 10 hours? Okay, so you don't want to do that? Then sell digital products. I sell digital products all the time. You don't want to do that or don't have a digital product to sell? Do print on demand. It's easy. Maybe I'll do a series on different stuff. Maybe I'll do a workshop on different stuff that you can do to make some money. But you can make some money in your spare time. And take that money, don't spend it frivolously. You're going to take that money and pay down those credit cards. You're going to take that money and pay for your credit monitoring. You're going to take that money to start building good credit, like with self builder. I have that link in my bio. Self builder is a good place to start with building your credit. Rent reporters, I have that on my list. Oh guys, if you didn't understand all the steps that I went through, I have the steps for free. Click the link in my bio. I'm giving you the step by step on how to just start disputing your the information on your credit report. I have it for free. Click the link in my bio and get the free step by step. And I also have links on there of different places to help you build credit. You can get with a place like Rent Reporters and have them report positive rent for like 10 years. You can ask your mom or sister or whoever, if they would put you on an authorized on one of their credit cards as an authorized user, first of all, make sure their credit score good. Don't listen to what's my girl Glorilla. Tomorrow, I don't give a f about that credit score. I might be up tomorrow. No, we give a f about the credit score. Make sure they have a good credit score. Make sure it's a credit card that is not high utilization. Make sure it is a credit card that they pay on time every single month. And you can be an authorized user. They don't have to give you their credit card because a lot of people are saying, I don't want to give you my credit card. You're not giving them your credit card. You're not getting their credit card. It's basically just putting a trade line on your credit report. And speaking of trade lines, do not, and I repeat, do not go out and buy a trade line until your credit is fixed. Because when you go that route, trade lines are for when your credit, you've cleared all the bad stuff off your credit, but you don't really have any credit on your credit report. You know what I'm saying? So like I had a client one time where, they only believed in using cash. They didn't have any credit cards. And sometimes what I won't say it's just as bad as having bad credit because she didn't have anything that she needed to fix. She doesn't have any credit. So we just went the route of building the credit. I had her get the self builder. I had her get the jewelry credit card, my jeweler's credit card. I had her get the Capital One starter credit card. What else? I had her get Finger Hut. Um, I didn't know about rent reporters back then, but she could have had rent reporters on there. And she shot up to like a 714 on all three credit reports. Oh, I also added two trade lines on. That's what I was getting to. I also added two trade lines on there. So I added a trade line. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. I had her add a trade line from Chase that was 8 years old that had a $10,000 limit. I had her add a trade line from oh gosh, what's the name of the place? I can't think of the name of the place. It's one of those odd banks, but it was a um 10-year old card and had a $15,000 limit. That's what really shot hers up to 714. So um she didn't have any late payments. She didn't have any bad accounts. She didn't have any closed accounts. Like I said, she didn't have anything because she was old school. She was an older lady. She had came to me for budgeting. I do budgeting consulting too. So she had came to me for budgeting, and she was like, I want to buy a house, but I don't know how to get my credit score up. And so I was telling her the things because I wasn't really doing credit repair. But I was telling her, because I had already been through it, I was telling her the things of what she could do to boost her credit up. And she was like, well, don't have any credit. And the first thing I said was, you need to dispute all the bad stuff that's on your credit report. She's like, well, I don't have anything. I'm like, what you mean you don't have anything? Y'all, she didn't have anything. So I boosted her up to like 714. She got even higher. So you don't want to use, because trade lines cost money. So those particular trade lines, I believe they were $250 each. Some are higher than that, depending on the history and the limit on it. So because you have to spend money on trade lines, you do not want to use a trade line until you have got everything off your credit that needs to be off your credit, and you're ready to go through the house buying process. You're ready to go through the car buying process. Okay? Because trade lines only stay on your report for 1 to 2 months. So when you get them, you got to hit it hard and fast. And if you're not looking for a house, you're just looking to get credit cards, you want to hit them hard and fast. Hard and fast, hard and fast. Okay? So that leads me into, gosh, I've been on here. I didn't realize I was going to be on here this long. That leads me into business credit. Once your credit score is at least a 680, guys, you don't even have to worry about personal credit anymore. And the reason why I say that is because when you're dealing with personal credit, it affects your credit report. You have to remember to pay your credit cards on time. You have to remember to keep your credit card limit under a certain utilization. There's so many things you have to remember, and I tell people when they ask me for my advice on that, I tell them put them on auto pay because it will slip your mind sometimes of when those credit cards are due. Put it on auto pay for the minimum payment, and then that way you can pay more money that month any time of the month. You've already been covered for your minimum payment. Put them on auto pay for the minimum. But you don't want to have to worry about personal credit anymore. Business credit is the way to be. All you need is at least a 680 to start getting some business credit. And technically with Navy Federal, you can have a little bit less than a 680. I think you can get them at like a 650. But you want to build a relationship with Navy Federal first though. We're not going to get into that'll be a conversation for another day. But once you have that personal credit good, start running up that business credit bag. And while you're working on your personal credit, go ahead and get your business started. And make sure it's structured the right way. You have to have your business structured the right way in order to get the business funding and get business credit. And when I say structure it the right way, you want to make sure it's a name that's not risky. You don't want to have finance in your name, investment in your name, um, what's some other stuff, gambling or anything like that in your name. Trust me, I learned the hard way. When I didn't know anything about business credit, business funding, or anything like that back in 2018, I started a business because I was doing things. And then I thought I was going to be like this big time real estate investor or whatever. So I named my business Biz Investments. And guess what? I got a Gmail. I named my business Biz Investments, which is a no-no. I got an email that said bizinvestments@gmail.com, which is a no-no. The only thing I really knew is that I did want to keep my business, a business phone and a personal phone separate. So I had sense enough to get me a business line. But I learned the hard way. But I still got stuff with that business because I didn't really learn about all this stuff till 2 years later. So by 2020, my business was 2 years old. So I was able to run some plays because most banks want your business to be at least 2 years old when they're looking at the type of risk they're taking, especially with funding. Now, credit cards, your business don't have to be 2 years old. There's a lot of business credit cards you can get same day, next day. There's a lot of business funding that you can actually get same day or next day. But your business has to be structured correctly. If I was to go in there the next day with my business saying Biz Investments and having a Gmail, they look at me like I'm crazy. So you want to make sure the name is not a risky name, and you want to make sure you find the next code to that's not risky either. Next code, a next code is just a code that the government has that goes along with what type of business that you're doing. A lot of people will ask for that code. You also want to make sure, excuse me, that you have a business email. Don't do a Gmail. Don't do a Yahoo. Don't do AOL. You can get a business email from either Google, not the Gmail part of Google, but Google has Google Office, Google Business. And you can get a business email from Google, or you can get a business email from GoDaddy. So when I started structuring my business correctly, I got an email from GoDaddy. So now my business email is like, you can put contact@lawncare.com or contact@hairstylandtea.com, whatever your business is, or info@hairstylandtea.com, or admin@hairstylandtea.com. Whatever the case may be, your business is going to be the .com. That's what I mean by a real business email. And like I said, you want to make sure you have a business phone number, preferably an 800 number. I got an 800 number. I got an 800 number through Grasshopper, and it rings right to my business phone. And it shows me that it is a call coming from this, so I know how to, well, I already know how to answer my phone anyway because I have a business phone. But let's say, for example, that don't get a separate business phone. You use your same cell phone, but you got the 800 number through Grasshopper. So now the 800 number is calling in on your personal phone. Grasshopper will show that it's calling from that, so you know how to answer your phone. Instead of you saying, "Hey, what's up?" Or "Who this?" Or "Hello?" Just a regular hello. You can answer the phone. "Hello, this is Hairstyle and Tea. How can I help you?" Or "This is Biz Investments. How can I help you?" Now I have Biz Consulting. But I still have my Biz Investments though. Hi, this is Biz Consulting. How can I help you? Whatever the case may be. You want to get your phone number listed on 411 so they can find you. They want to be able to find you online. You have to have online presence. So have your business phone number listed with 411. You can have your business listed with Google, Yelp, any of those things. Create a landing page or a website to have it on Google or Yelp or anything like that to show that you have an online presence. And you can use a landing page. Wix, Wix, has free landing pages that you can create and use as your business platform. All you need to put on there is your business information, your contact information. You can put the hours of operation. You can put what your business do, information about your business, the ways that you can help your customer, things like that. Have your contact information on there, your email, your phone number, all that, and you're all good. Um, so if you want to build, now there's two ways to build business. You could either build it the fast way and utilize your good credit, or if you're working on your credit and your credit is not where it needs to be to get the business credit, you can build based on your EIN number only, but you're going to have to build with net accounts. Now, what net accounts are, you have net 30, net 60, net 15. It just depends on how quickly or when you have to pay that invoice. So a net account is just basically you're doing business with another business. You're getting products from that business. And instead of paying for those products right then when you get them, they will send you an invoice. And you have 30 days, 60 days, 15 days, 14 days, 90 days, whatever the case may be, to pay them back. So I tell people, because I don't like people wasting money, because I did that at first. Like I said, I've learned some things. People will say, "Oh, do Suma and I forgot what this other place was and all this kind of stuff." So, they'll report, child, you couldn't even get no products with them. They want you to get these little lessons, and these lessons was $50. And the lessons was already lessons that I already knew. They had a lesson about QuickBooks. Well, I got QuickBooks, so I know QuickBooks. Had a lesson on Excel. I done took a whole Microsoft class. I'm a Microsoft expert. So I already know Word and Excel and PowerPoint and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of stuff I couldn't even use. So I was just paying the money for nothing just to get an account to post on my business credit. So I tell people, no, don't do that. Don't listen to them people that tell you that. Yes, they report, but what are you getting in return? You're getting nothing. You're spending $50 for nothing. Because most of these net account companies, you have to spend at least $50 for them to report to your business credit report. So when it comes to business, you have Dun& Bradstreet, you have Experian Business, and you have Equifax Business. You can get your Dun & Bradstreet number. Oh, let me finish with the structuring of the business. So after you have all that, then you want to get your LLC with the Secretary of State. You want to register with the Secretary of State. And don't ask me how much it costs, because different states are different prices. North Carolina is $128. Maryland was $130 something. You want to get your EIN number. It's free. Don't let nobody tell you it's not free. Your EIN number is free. Filing with the Secretary of State is not. So what I do sometimes when I have sales, when I set up LLCs for my clients, I just had a sale right before Christmas, my Black Friday sale. I was only charging $100. So, but you still have to pay the Secretary of State. I don't pay the Secretary of State. You pay the Secretary of State. You're paying me $100 to do everything for you. So I file with the Secretary of State for you. I get you your articles of organization. People stop calling them articles of incorporation because you're not a corporation. You're an LLC. LLC is articles of organization. I get them their EIN number. I go through setting up their EIN number. I give that to them. I go through setting up their getting their DUNS number. I do that with them. So there are a lot of things that I do for them, a lot of things that I go over with them to tell them how to navigate getting business credit. So once you have that structured, then you're ready to start building your business credit. You can get things only in your EIN. You can get vehicles using your EIN number only. A lot of people don't know that. You don't have to personally guarantee. We call it PG. PG or no PG. PG just means personally guarantee. Personal guarantee means you're leveraging your credit to get something. It'll still be in your business, but if you were to default or anything like that, then they can come after you personally on your personal credit side. So that's all that means. But there are a lot of things that you can get just in your business name, just using your EIN number. You can get vehicles. Once you hit an 80 business score on Dun& Bradstreet, which is called their paydex score, you can get a vehicle. If you have everything looking right and setting up right, and you have to do it in tiers. So when you hear people talk about tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, that's just net accounts. You're building net accounts if you have bad credit. If you have good personal credit, do not, and I repeat, do not waste your money with net accounts. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing, baby? Do not waste your money with net accounts. You don't need it. Stop letting people tell you that you can get everything in your business name and in your EIN, and you don't have to mess up your personal credit. You're not going to mess up your personal credit because the stuff will still be in your business name. They won't even be on your personal credit report unless you go to Capital One or Discover. But you have so many others. You have Bank of America, you have Navy Federal, Chase, Truist, Wells Fargo. And that's just main banks. You have all these other smaller banks, all these other credit unions. So stop letting people that only teach or show you how to get business credit and stuff and business funding using your business name and EIN only. That's the slow way. Honey, I'm trying to buy some real estate investments tomorrow. I'm trying to get a business tomorrow. I'm trying to get some business vehicles tomorrow. So if you're in that frame of mind, leverage your good personal credit. That's why I say if you have a 680 or above and you do not have a business, you are missing out on tons of money. When I say tons of money, I'm talking about tons of money. 100,000 or more within a matter of a month or two. Sometimes 30 days. Let me tell you how this will work. So you have a 720 credit score. You can start a business tomorrow that's structured correctly. Go get a bank account. Oh, I forgot to mention that. After you structure your business, go get a business bank account. You have to keep your business and your personal separated. These business loans and Sometimes grants and stuff that's based off your business, they're not going to deposit in your personal account. Let me tell y'all something. A lot of people missed out on EIDL money, on the SBA EIDL money, because they had personal accounts that their bank did not allow to have business money going into. And guess who was number one doing that? Chase. Chase. Chase Bank had a lot of folks heated because they were trying to get SBA loans, which is a business loan. Those loans are not personal. Those are business loans. They was trying to get a business loan deposited into their personal account. And Chase said, only business funding can go into a business account. So get you a business account. Okay? So let me tell you how slick this can be. And I don't have 3 businesses for no reason. Okay? And I'm going to get more. So just imagine this. You have a 720 credit score. I help you get 3 businesses. And guess what? All 3 of my businesses are under my one business address. But let's say you get 3 businesses. You have them structured correctly. You got 3 business bank accounts. And let's say you just take them to 3 different banks. I got 3 banks right down the street from me. I have a Wells Fargo, I have Truist, and I have PNC. A little further down the street, I have Navy Federal, I have Chase, I have KS, which is a regional bank that does business. So I have 6 different banks within my vicinity. But we're just going to stick to the 3. You go in there and you get 3 bank accounts for your 3 businesses. So you open up 3 accounts with each bank for all 3 of your businesses, right? You deposit money in there. You try and build up a relationship with them. Let's say you just deposit, $25 to $50 a week in each account with each bank. Build up a relationship for 30 days, 4 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. Oh, and when you go to the bank and you open up your business bank account, ask to speak to the business manager. Ask them what kind of, excuse me, ask them what kind of business funding do they have. Ask them what kind of business credit cards do they have. Ask them who do they pull from. Ask them what credit agency they pull from. Ask them if you can get all of their credit stuff with one pull. Ask them how many pulls they do. Now, child, let me tell you, Navy Federal gonna pull you for everything. Navy Federal gonna pull you for every single thing. Even when you ask for an increase, they gonna pull you, baby. They gonna pull you. Navy Federal ain't playing. But Navy Federal has 2 business credit cards. You can get business funding. You can get funding for a vehicle. So, it's a give and take. Chase, I believe you can get about 5 things with only 1 credit pull. Either 1 credit pull or 2 credit pulls. Might be 1. But these are the questions that you want to ask. So if I know Chase, if I can get 5 business things with Chase off of 1 pull, I'm going to them first because Chase has like a funny rule. They have their, what is their rule called? You can't have no more than 5 inquiries or 5 open accounts in the last 2 years. Chase is strict, baby. Chase is strict. But if you don't meet their rule, guess what? You can go to bank. Oh, I got Bank of America too. You go to bank because I forgot I got a business card with them. And I don't even have an account with Bank of America. I probably would have got more of a credit limit on my business card if I had a relationship with Bank of America. But there, excuse me, there are places that you can get a business credit card from, and you don't even have to have a business account with them. So just think about that. So let me go back to my scenario. I said I'm gonna be on here long, and I've been on for an hour. So we said 3 businesses. You might say, Tanya, that's a little too much. 3 businesses. I got to pay for this. Okay, we're gonna keep it down to 2. Let's just do 2. We're gonna do 2. So we're gonna up the banks. We're gonna do 2 businesses with 4 different banks. So let's do that. 2 biz, 4 banks. All right. Credit score 720. Credit reports clean, no derogatories. Under 3 inquiries. Credit limits are under 10%. You have at least 2 personal cards or whatever. That's at least $2,500. So you ready. You ready for funding, and you're ready for business funding, and you're ready for business credit cards. Guess what? Some of these banks have what they call a no-doc loan, meaning you don't have to show any documentation. You just have to have a good credit score. So what I tell you, credit score matters. Baby, all you have to do is have a good credit score and a good looking credit report. And you can get up to $50,000. Now let's just say, for example, we chose the banks based off of them having no-doc loans up to $50,000. And when I say up to, you can't go over $50,000 for a no-doc. So let's just say $49,999, but we're going to keep it even and just say $40,000. You built up your relationship with the bank. You've been depositing money every week for 4 weeks. You in the game with them. You got a relationship with them for 30 days. You go in there. Let's say because this is your first time getting business credit or getting a business loan. Let's keep it low because everybody don't get $40,000 straight off the bat. So I'm going to keep it low. Let's just say $25,000, okay? So you get $25,000 in funding, cash money. I'm talking about cash money. $25,000 from each bank. That's already $100,000 right there. Times 2 businesses. That's $200,000. Is my mathing for y'all? Is that right? 25 times 4, because you're getting 25,000 from the bank, from each bank. You went to 4 banks. 25 times 4 is 100. That's $100,000. You do the same thing with the other business. Even though the same banks, you have different businesses. So you do the same thing for the other business, and you get another $100,000 from all together. That's $200,000 in cash money that they're depositing in your business bank account. We hadn't even got to the credit cards yet. We hadn't even got to the business credit cards yet. Most banks have at least 2 business credit cards, maybe more. Apply for all them bad boys. Navy Federal has 2 business credit cards. You think I ain't applied for them? I sure did. I think Bank of America has 4 or 5. So yeah. So now let's say we're going to keep it on the low end again. Now, business credit cards mostly give you more credit than personal credit cards. That's why I say you want to move over to the business. You want to do everything on the business side now. So let's just say we're going to keep it low. Let's just say you get 2 business credit cards from each bank, $10,000 each. So what is that? So you got 4 times 10 equals 40 times 2 equals 80. Y'all, in 30 days, you could have $200,000 deposited into your business bank accounts and $80,000 in business credit. Do you know how powerful that is? Y'all, did y'all know y'all can buy houses with credit? Yes, you can buy houses with credit. You can find a wholesaler out here or tell somebody you're a buyer, you're looking for an investment property. You found an investment property for $100,000. Let's say $100,000, right? You found an investment property. Most of the time, you're going to have to put 20% down, maybe more, because it's an investment property. But we're going to keep it low. It's probably more on the side of 30%. I'm just going to say 20% to keep my numbers even because I'm sick and I don't feel like doing math in my head. So we're going to say you got to put 20% down. What's 20% of $100,000? $20,000. Guess what? You don't even have to touch your money. We're going to pay it with a credit card. You have $80,000 in credit. Each credit card is $10,000. No, wait a minute. I did my math wrong on that one. Hold the line, please. Hold the line, please. No, I did it right. Because we did 4 banks and we got 2 business credit cards from each bank and got $10,000 from on each one. Okay, I did the math right. Y'all, please forgive me. I'm still sick. But anywho, did you know that you can use a company like Plastique, and that's with a Q, to pay the hard money lender or whoever you go to the 20% down, the 20K? And guess what the beauty of that, guys, is with business credit cards? You can max out a business credit card and it will not affect your personal credit report. So remember when I said on your personal credit, you want to keep your utilization under 30? You ain't got to worry about utilization on your business side. Run it up. Max it out. Just make your monthly payment. But now you have all these credit cards. You don't even have to max out each one. You have, what did I say? Oh, no, wait a minute. I did do my math wrong. Hold the line, please. Hold the line, please. I did that totally wrong. I'm sorry, y'all. 4 times 2 is 8. So you have 8 cards times 10. Oh, my math's still mathing. Okay. You know, so many ways, so many different ways to do your math. I thought I was wrong, but I'm right. I'm right. Okay. So you have 8 business credit cards with $10,000 on them. You got to put 20% down on this $100,000 property, which is $20,000. You just do 5, 10, 15, 20. You only take half of your cards. Take $5,000 off of each of your business card, run it through Plastique like you're paying an invoice, and that's how you can pay it. So that way you're not maxing out your cards. You didn't even touch 4 other ones, so now you can run the play again, get you another $100,000 house, and use the other 4 cards. And then that way you have still money left on the cards for fixing stuff up. But at the same time, if you're getting into real estate, then you can utilize either a straight up business credit card from Lowe's or Home Depot or wherever, or you can get a net account with them so they can invoice you. You can finish part of a project in 30 days. So let's say um let's say you get a house that really only needs cosmetic work. You know, you got to paint, you got to fix a couple of things, replace the toilet seats, um, maybe replace the carpeting or whatever. That should only take about 30 days, a couple of weeks, right? Now with the Lowe's card and the Home Depot card, I also got a Sherwin Williams card. So if I need paint, I can go get my paint. Then you go ahead and fix up the house and everything. You can either sell it to a flipper or you can flip it yourself, put it on the market yourself, or put a renter in. And some be like, oh, I don't want to be a landlord. Da, da, da. Go with Section 8 or the veterans. Guaranteed monthly rent every month. You don't have to worry about chasing nobody down for your rent. It's guaranteed every month. So guys, I hope that makes sense to y'all. I'm getting ready to get off here. I've been on here for almost an hour and a half. But I hope that makes sense to y'all guys. And like I said, if you need help with your credit, click the link in my bio. I have a DIY credit repair software where you can go in there and get your credit monitoring, all 3 credit reports. You can get all 3 credit scores, and it has dispute templates in there. I also have the step-by-step disputing process for free. Click the link in my bio, guys. So I hope that helps y'all. This is the year we get our business and get our money. Fix that credit. Even if it takes you 3 months to fix your credit before you can start getting the bag with your business, with the business funding and the business credit cards, so what? You can still build on that 30s if you want to. I mean, you don't have to. You can sit and wait till you get your credit right. But if you got a cleaning business like this client I just finished up today, he has a cleaning business, and I want to talk about his credit, but he has a cleaning business. So I told him, you know what? Get Quill, get Uline, get all these places, even Home Depot. Well, no, can't get Home Depot yet because Home Depot is like on tier 2. But all these first tier places, you can even get a gas card on tier 1. Get the stuff that you need to start your cleaning business and go ahead and get a contract or 2, or, clean a couple of things, get paid, pay that back, get another job, get more products that you need, pay it back. And when you're building like that, pay every 15 days so it can boost your business credit score up faster. Okay, guys? So if you want any other information, if you need any other information, if you need a work from home job or some side money or whatever, click the link in my bio. My work from home bundle is still on sale. Start getting your credit right. Click the link in my bio to do it yourself. Click the link in my bio to get the step-by-step disputing process. All right, guys, I will see you guys later. So, bye, TikTok. Goodbye, YouTube.